Good evening, everybody. Uh, we are on a Thursday today, which is kind of atypical for my current schedule. But it's Halloween, and this game is kind of Halloween-y, so I figured, why not? We're gonna finish it tonight. That's also why I dressed like this. Passion, please, you'd like to report a crime? Excuse you? I look adorable. I best not waste any more time. Gotta get going to the woods. Oh, the woods aren't this way. It's time to meet him. If I need to, I can reload an earlier save and spend more money on food. Speaking of, I'm hungry. Look at that.
You know,
Keep close to me, alright? If the cool Jaja has two heads, you think? Yeah, probably. Yeah, he definitely needs two dentists. Keep close to me, alright? It's best if you don't wander about. We could get lost.
Elise!
Oh, Elise. Isn't this wonderful? Her eyes are hollow, I don't like it. What is Rose Rain? Why, all these flowers? There's so many butterflies and the sky is so blue, too. She is seeing something that is not there. It truly is just as I'd imagined. Come, Rose Rain, stay close to me.
Yes!
Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's fix that real quick. The tender flesh of earthly desire. An offering. I suppose this will be enough. Oh, Elise, how wonderful! What is? All those fireflies coming out of that stuff. Thank you for the hydrate. For tonight, I've stored my beverage in my cap. Isn't their golden light so beautiful? Fireflies? What stuff? Oh, Elise. Is everything alright, Rose Rain? I'm just excited, Elise. I didn't want to get emotional, but I can't help it. Say, you were carrying on about the blue sky earlier. Oh, isn't it so beautiful, Elise? Why do you think the witch hats are so big? I can make it bigger. I can make it bigger. The real witchcraft was overcoming the need for pockets. Fun fact, let's just put that back. Fun fact, the reason why women's clothing typically doesn't have pockets is because back in the day, when women's clothing did have pockets, you would be accused of, like, hiding trinkets and components for witchcraft in your pockets. So they simply took the pockets away from us so that we couldn't do witchcraft. And that's just kind of persisted until the modern era. Oh, isn't it so beautiful, Elise? I have a bad feeling about this. There are all these butterflies. It's like we're in a storybook. Doesn't anything seem strange to you? Strange? All these branches, for example. Oh, don't be silly, Elise. They're in bloom. I don't know what's going on, but I ought to be careful. Look, Elise, over there. Huh? Didn't you see them? See what, Rosemary? Those two hares, they just ran by just now. No, I didn't. Oh, I wonder where this path leads to. I don't know what's gotten into her, but she's seeing things that I'm not. At least she sounds like herself. I ought to hurry and leave these testaments where they belong. And we've exhausted that dialogue. What's here? Got a mushroom. Oh, how wonderful. How I miss being in your shoes, lass. There are so many red flags, and we are just gleefully disregarding every single one of them. Putting all your eggs in one basket, are you? Not that I can blame you. Playing with fire is rather addictive, isn't it? Fingers crossed you won't get burned. Fun fact, the last time I played with fire, I actually did get burned. Such lovely company you're bringing him, lass. A bit of a waste, isn't it? They're straight up just like, yeah, she's going to die. Oh, that poor, poor witch. One truly can't win against him, huh? What's your wish, lassie? I promise I won't tell. Now, the last time I told somebody what my wish was, it went poorly. Would you say it's worth it, lass? Not that you would know before meeting him either way. Aren't you daring? Going against her wishes like that? We lay claim to yet another sausage. My, aren't you generous? I'll be looking forward to having that friend of yours join us for dessert. You're almost there, lass. Oh, how exciting. Yeah, I'm currently under the impression that Rosemary, as a result of what I'm about to do to her, will be turned into a golden girl and essentially forced to serve him for eternity. All in exchange for my selfish wish. The sweetest nectar to be drunk in earnest. Suppose this will be enough. A fountain.
You know,
Rosemary, I don't think that we're... The water's so clear, too. Oh, this is such a wonderful place. She hasn't been making much sense, has she? This is the opposite of a wonderful place. And this is where I got the basket. The good company, the object of one's affections. This is my last chance to back out, but I'm not going to. I suppose this'll be enough. Oh, Elise. What now, Rosemary? To think that you'd bring me to such a wonderful place. Come now, there's an even better place up ahead. Just look at the pretty flowers, Rosemary. Okay. Part of me thinks... This is just me throwing out a speculation. Part of me thinks that, like, Flock was him all along. Maybe that's the case. We'll find out. My riches, my wealth. The gates that old hag told me about.
This is it!
I did it. They're open. But if I go through with this, Okay, I presume that this is, like, actually my last chance to back out. If I go through with this, my wish. I've come all this way. I ought to find him. I have to do this. I'll have him granted for me if it kills me. Oh, it's gonna do so much worse than that, Elise. And she has been claimed. Huh? Rosemary? She was taken. I've come this far. I had to go meet him. Yes, like my two thoughts concerning Flock are either Flock is him, or Flock is like one of his previous victims and he like ripped out his eye so that Bree couldn't track him. Flock?
Wait!
Flock? Wait. But evidence is suggesting that Flock is him. The secret tree of creation. What is this place? I feel like I've been here before. Yeah, during your dream on the first night. What in the Lord's name? I can't stay here. I need to find a way out. That was rude. little concussion was a treat. I got an entire roast turkey. Nice. Wait. What in the Lord's name is going on here? Ceiling. Yeah, I'm looking at the mural, don't worry. Yeah, so it looks like they're all worshipping him. Over here we got like some guy in like a top hat. He's like set a kingdom on fire. Those are probably like the crow and the snake, so this is the snake. The stonework looks like damned souls trying to get out of hell. Flock? Oh, this is very scary. I am so glad that Elise is going through this and not me. Flock, what are you doing here? Ozzy, we meet again, Elise. Right, the implications that, like, Elise is the reincarnation of, like, a previous cycle. Yeah, that plot thread kinda got dropped, probably because I failed to follow through on it properly. We meet again, Elise. Who? What are you? Here, I thought you'd be happy to see me. I don't... Let's have a word, Elise. You've come here for a reason, haven't you? For my wish. Why don't we discuss this over the feast you've brought me? Much better, isn't it?
You know,
You're him, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy, Elise.
I see.
Ozzy, at your service. This wish of mine, you truly? For a price, yes. I've already brought you your gifts. What else could you... Speaking of which... Wait, I brought you what you asked of me. You silly girls keep misunderstanding. These are mere gifts, Elise, a little courtesy. You're yet to pay for what you truly desire. What? That witch made you think otherwise, did she? How do you know that? I know everything about you, Elise. I knew you'd like the shoes, too. So you were the one who... Rather tasteless, isn't she? Trying to use me to lure you into her belly. What? The witch? You're well aware who I'm talking about, aren't you? That old hag. She was speaking the truth, Elise. These gifts brought you to me. Although you didn't quite need them, did you? What do you mean? You have a unique bond, Elise. Me, you, that witch, and your grandmother. Paul, was it?
What is this?
What are you... Calm down, won't you? Your grandmother is no stranger to me, lassie. Begged me for a child, and here you are, back to your roots. You mean... Granny Hall also? Conceiving you in that witch's woodland was a mistake, that's what. Made her believe that she had a part in it, that you're her kin, even. What are you talking about? Why, about your dear mother, Elise. My mother? The only mother I've ever had was Granny. Let's put that past us. You're here for a reason. You did good in bringing me your tender flesh and the sweetest nectar. Even brought me some good company for supper. For supper? So let us dine, Elise.
What is it you wish for?
Tell me more about what it is you desire, why don't you?
Now that you mention it,
That's... what I want is... I can't hear you, lassie. Speak up. I want to be rich. That's all I've ever wanted. Silence. My apologies, Elise. They're not so easy to tame, you see.
you know,
What are they, anyhow? My golden maidens, you ask? Nothing but mere servants, Elise. But let us focus now. You want to be rich, you say. That's what your heart most desires, is it?
now that you mention
I want an easy, luxurious life. No more of this maid-of-all-work nonsense. I want to live in a castle, to live comfortably, forever. To live out my dream together with...
out with it!
What are you all laughing at? I have a price, Elise.
I see.
Whatever you'd like. Your firstborn child.
Now that you mention
My
it,
secondborn child. Oh? How am I to know you'll have 2 children, Elise? How are you to know I'll have 1? Maybe I'm a lesbian, huh?
is that so?
How are you to know I'll have any at all? Why, don't you trust me? I've shown you my loyalty, haven't I? I brought you your gifts, every last one. It's the least you could do. You're certain this is what you want, Elise?
Alright,
A luxurious life, starting right this instant. Well then, let us indulge in the first course now, why don't we? Elise! Oh, she's not hypnotized anymore. It looks like they've got her... restrained. I think they're like holding her by the arms. Elise!
Cousin Marine!
Rosemary, let us make a toast, Elise.
This is ridiculous!
What did you do to her?
Yeah?
Me?
Out with it!
Let her go. My, I don't think you'd want that, lassie. Our contract is sealed, after all. Huh? Come now. You know what we're doing here, Elise.
Hurry it up!
I told you to let her go, you... Let's get this out of the way. Why don't we? Elise! These gifts, Elise, the testaments to your loyalty. The tender flesh, your own mortal body. The sweetest nectar, your very own blood. The good company. Now that's the one you hold dearest to your heart, Elise.
In the Lord's name?
No, that can't be.
It's fake.
Elise, you've done it.
This is ridiculous!
No. No, you can't do this. Elise.
Wait!
Stop! This isn't what I meant to do. Nobody told me about this. Elise, literally everybody told you about this at every possible junction. They're so noisy. Can't we get this over with? So noisy, so noisy. That's what I said, you lousy crow. That is feast for you, Azia. Elise.
It's fate, Elise.
This is our fate, Elise.
Cousin Marine!
Rosemary. Well, that happened. No, this isn't what I...
This is
This is what I was born to endure. No, Rosemary. This isn't what I meant to do. Not at all. Stop. We had an agreement, Elise. It's a pity, isn't it? That you'd lack the resolve to see this through. Oh, I thought it was pointless. Oh well. Come now. Join us, why don't you? And now I'm golden too. Elise! I actually meant to go through with it. I didn't think that yelling stop would actually stop it. Oh well. Basically confirms what I already strongly suspected. We can just skip all those cutscenes. No, we cannot. I can't speed this up.
Wait! What is this? I see. Wait!
We can just skip through all of this.
What is this?
It's not as nice as just like properly skipping it, but this is a lot faster than reading it all out properly. I want to be rich. It's all I've ever wanted.
You know, now that you mention it, out with it! I see. Now that... Is that so? Huh? All right. Cousin Marine! This is out with it! Hurry it up! Elise! Wait! Cousin Marine!
Okay, so this time I will simply sit idle and not oppose the extreme violation of my loved one. I hope he's only eating her. And now her soul is probably going to be condemned after this. That's what you get for trusting me. Remain silent. It's alright, Elise. This is my fate, after all. I have to do something. I can still stop this. I can still... Elise. Rosemary. Jeez. There's so much blood. If I don't stop this, Rosemary is... Granny, I'm meeting you soon. She's dying. Oh, I'm full. Oh, poor Elise. And now Rosemarine's a golden maiden. I must thank you, Elise. Not only for the feast, but for this beautiful new addition to my entourage. Rosemary. We'll meet again, Elise. I will be there on the day your second child is born. Until we meet again, Elise. Much worse with the other girls. I can imagine they're probably nowhere near as welling. Miss Elise Liddell, I reckon. I'm here on behalf of Count Roman de Helig. The Count would very much like to see you, Miss Elise. Would you please allow me to escort you to the castle? Yeah, it really doesn't feel like a triumphant ending. Wishes, the manifestations of one's innermost desire, oftentimes leading to glorious glee, others to ruinous grief. Bearers of strong emotions and hopeful hearts, youthful girls risk their very soul to reach my realm, carrying their lanterns deep into the woods, lighting their paths like fireflies one after the other. Whether they're granted their wishes or they're offered a sacrifice, all their dreams, all their souls, all of their regret, they all fall into the palm of my hand, one way or another. My beloved golden maidens, how much I cherish them. Out of all the souls I've consumed, Elise's is the most promising, the most fragrant. Will she thrive, or will she sink into the depths of despair? And I suppose that's that. An extremely hollow ending. Was it worth it, you rotten bitch? I can't really get too mad at her because I was calling the shots, but it's like... This is definitely something that Elise was totally on board with, right up until she realized what everybody was trying to tell her all along. I don't think that there's a huge amount of branching that I can do from my current location, but there's 2 things I want to try. Yeah, they depict Elise this cutely after what she just did. Yeah, the 2 things that I want to try are, I want to turn back before I go into the tree. Like, you know what, on second thought, let's not take the last step at all. And the other thing I want to try is fucking up the Testaments. I want to give him the wrong things and see how much that pisses him off. Pardon my French. And then the very last bit of the mural. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. But that's what you signed up for. Congratulations, you got everything you ever wanted, didn't you? Surely you know your own heart. Yeah, exactly. This timeline's Elise could have tried to stop it. She would have ended up as the maiden. But she could have tried, but she didn't. She let it happen. So yeah, we're not done with the game. There's a few more things I want to try. The things that I just mentioned, basically, but I'm gonna let the credits play. I like respecting the people who put their effort in. Yeah, overall, this game was very much out of my comfort zone. If I'd realized that it was a horror game, I probably would not have played it at all. But what happened, happened. Despite being outside my comfort zone, I had fun. I had a good time. And like, I am curious to see like the other branching paths. I am curious to like experiment with things. I want to find like the true ending, because obviously there's a bunch of stuff that I missed that probably leads to like something, you know, a lot more satisfying than that. Subverted into playing a spooky game. It's not even the fact that like I ended up playing a spooky game, it's the fact that I said that I'd play a spooky game when I hit 100 followers. And I was bamboozled into doing it early. Granted, what I had in mind when I said that was kind of like a jump scare type game, so this one wasn't really like a jump scare game, it was more like a slow creeping horror kind of game. But yeah, like I say, I enjoyed my time. I'm really curious, like, how much divergence I can throw into the story. Because a lot of it kind of felt on rails. Like, I suspect that, like, it's mostly gonna play out the same way, just with, like, a different girl. Unless I go down the route of like finding all those like hidden clues and like dealing with that monster and the weird symbols. Which is probably like the only other way to like get a proper ending. And then there was like that big divergence where I did the puzzle and I got like that manifestation of my house to spawn. There's still a bunch of stuff that I don't know. And I'm curious about. Since you got to revisit it watching me, you should take the chance to play the game as a prequel too. I'll have to look into that, because I did like this. I got precisely what he promised me. Nothing more, nothing less. Fortune, wealth, a second chance at happiness. Yet... no matter how big the ballroom, how glorious the dresses, I found myself feeling out of place. None of it came close to what I sacrificed, it all felt. Vapid. Worthless. Far from what I truly wanted. The harrowing regret haunted me day and night. Unearthly visions of her, of the look on her face the night I lost her forever. He too visited me in the dead of night, reminding me of my own foolishness, my futility. All I had left was my progeny, my beloved son, Henry. My one and only child. I will never put you in harm's way. Never will that demon get my second-born child. There is only you, Henry. You're my only hope, my one chance at happiness. Yet, fate wouldn't have it that way. I had twins, a boy, Henry, and a daughter. My beloved daughter. He's going to take her from me. Oh, please don't make me play this out. I never thought that I'd go back to Kyverberg Village again. Not after what I'd done years before. I could only think of one person who could still help me. Someone who could keep him away from Goldia. Lepkuin. I know why you've come to me, Elise.
Lepkuin.
Lepkuin. I've never said anything about...
I see.
I don't need you to tell me, Elise.
Here you go.
Take it. Keep it close to you. It will keep you from harm. Or whomever carries it.
Lepkuin.
Lepkuin, I... Don't ever come back here, Elise. You've chosen your own path. But tell me, did you get what you wished for? I did. I got exactly what he promised me. Nothing more, nothing less. I paid the heaviest price imaginable, lost what I cherished most.
Marine.
My dearest friend, Rosemarie.
I see.
I see. Do not ever let that mirror go, do you understand?
I see.
Yes. Moira, ending number 1. Not gonna lie, I got chills.
Little Goody Two Shoes.
The sequel is called Pocket Mirror Golden Trom. Interesting. If I go here, is it before the tree? No, it's not. Alright, we're gonna take tonight's 5-minute break a little bit early. Yeah, may as well. We're gonna take tonight's 5-minute break a little bit early. Please use this time to refill your beverage, go to the bathroom. I'll see you in about 5 minutes, and then we'll explore the alternate options. I'll see you in about 5. I return. We reset our capture card so that the audio and video are resynced. Also, during the break, I looked up the sequel to this game. The other one came first. This one is a prequel. Yeah, in the sequel, you play as
You know,
Elise's female child, and you have the mirror. So Elise probably got screwed over pretty hard. I'm kind of curious to play that game now. It's like, I want to see what happens next.
Elise.
And like, this game also like answers the question that's posed in that game of like, where does the mirror come from? It's a protective charm from Lepkuin. You think PC only? Yes, it's an RPG Maker game. So I'm definitely willing to play it. In a bit. Let's try fucking up the offerings. I will give you a sausage instead of my body. I will give you grape juice instead of my blood. And I will give you... soup instead of my love. An offering. I love how it's actually like the icon of the sausage. Oh, he's actually taking it so far. You'll headcanon that the reason Elise went through it in the last timeline is she was too hungry to think straight. Okay, so it's probably gonna be the same until I meet him. Make an offering. I feel like if I hadn't like pre-committed to going through with it, I would have backed out at like the last second. Those trees have organs growing from them. The object of my affections. I really like soup. Oh, wait. Huh?
Rose and Marine?
Rosemary?
What in the Lord's name?
Where are you? Just drops her out unceremoniously. Oh, that's... Oh, I don't like that.
Is this?
Oh, is it his stomach? He's eating me because I didn't make a proper offering? Where am I? What is this place? Oh, I can control her. I don't like that. I don't like that I can control her. You've come to me, my progeny. It's you, the old hag. You've done well in finding your way to my grove, Elise. Oh, how I struggled to reach you before you reached him. Stay away. Those vexing pets of his taking hold of my woodland as they pleased. But now, I can take back what's rightfully mine. No, stay away. I've tried, Elise, endlessly over and over again. To create life just the way that he did that day.
What is this?
What? Using my fertile soil to conceive you, my womb. Don't come any closer. And now, Elise, at last. Did she just rip out my womb? At last, my beloved, I can embody your human vessel. I was used by him and his marquises, relentlessly so, all for the sake of that woman's insignificant wish. I bore you in my womb, I nurtured you, my beloved. Yet, he still dares interfere with my kin. You are mine, Elise, not his, not your grandmother's. You, my beloved, are what I'm not. Oh, Elise. I can feel your heart thumping in my chest. Your burning fingertips, your tearful eyes. I can feel your living, breathing body cradling me at last. With this, with your human body which I bore, I can once more bear life in my womb. I can live as a woman. Ah, good evening, gentlemen. She's changed out her jewelry for a bunch of, like, messed up butterfly stuff. Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Wandering about after dark again, Elise. I'm sorry, Mr. Bernard. It seems I got carried away by my duties. Mrs. Elma needed help until a little later, you see. It's a good thing you're so dedicated, Elise. Ribbon too? Yeah, like I say, she changed out all of her stuff for butterfly stuff. It's a good thing you're so dedicated, Elise. She also got rid of the grapes on her dress and replaced it with the butterfly logo. Of course, it's a pleasure to help my neighbors. Why, you sound like a completely different person, Elise. Still in good spirits after the festival yesterday, are you? Oh, it was the best we've ever had, after all. And then I got worn like a skin suit by a witch. I can't skip this. There was probably... I hit update. I was gonna say, there's probably more after the credits. I probably just fucked up, didn't I? Whoops. We're just gonna let this, whoops. You don't know why that's not counted as an actual ending? Oh, that's not an actual ending? It should be. It's a very fucked up game over, I'll give it that. Was there more after the credits? Or did I properly skip? I feel like there was probably more after the credits. I was just like, oh my god, unskippable.
Little Goody Two Shoes.
Yeah, getting worn like a skin suit. I don't like that. Pretty sure there wasn't? Okay, cool. then my singular blunder was accidentally updating my Switch.
You know, Elise.
Skip all this, we make sure the gifts are in order.
Yes.
We consume a sausage because I'm hungry. Not a sausage, a bread. I like how consuming an entire sausage doesn't fill me up in the slightest. An offering. So yeah, the ending that I'm shooting for this time, I presume it's an ending, is right when the door opens, I'm just like, you know what? No. I'm going back to bed, and I'm taking Rosemary with me. It is going to be extremely gay. I get an ending picture after that sequence, but no more scenes. Bit of an oof, but not a huge loss. Actually, could you send me the picture? I can throw it up on stream. Just be like, hey, this is what I accidentally skipped.
You know,
Shroom. Good company. Oh, Elise, what now? Have you seen all that already? The door is open. I've been invited in. The gates that old hag told me about.
this is it.
I did it. They're open. But if I go through with this, I might lose her. If what's on the other side of these gates is anything like the woods, I can't go through with this.
Rose and Marine.
Yeah, I would call this like my ending. Rosemary. Huh?
I'm sorry,
Aren't you going in, Elise?
you know,
No, Rosemary. I'm not.
Elise.
Elise? I don't think I want to do this anymore.
Oh, that's...
What about your wish?
Now that you mention it,
I suppose you could say that it's changed. But you said earlier that it hadn't, that you wanted to.
Rose and Marine.
I love you, Rosemary. Oh, and it actually turned into what she's seeing.
Oh, Elise.
Oh, Elise. I don't need this silly wish of mine anymore. Not if I can start afresh with you by my side.
But
Are you sure, Elise? Come now, let's leave this place. Oh, but I don't have anything ready for supper.
let's go!
We'll figure it out, Rosemary. Hurry now. Yes, Elise. Yeah, that's a much nicer ending. Oh, you know what? The mural is probably going to change at the end. I should have thought of that. Whoops.
星つなぐ道手を伸ばすの後ろへ譲れきっと隠れ続けるから今らの森を行く光の差す方
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how, like, the other two routes play out. And, like, I'm really, really curious what happens if I, like, follow through on all, like, the weird occult stuff. But I think that all of that is outside the scope of what I'll be doing on stream. Yeah, I kind of like being like... I kind of like having finished this on Halloween. It's like I could go back and I could like plummet for everything, but... I'll probably do that at some point, but I'm gonna move on after tonight, I think. My decision is definitely slightly influenced by the fact that Banjo-Tooie is available on Virtual Console now. But yeah, I had a really good time playing this game, honestly. Way more than I thought I would. Oh, the image at the end of the mural did not change. I thought it would. Or at least the second to last one did. Okay, yes, it did change at the end. I'm not alone anymore. The castle's not bathed in the light of a blood moon. So we got that going for us. And I can actually skip this one. There we go. I saw no purpose in staying with Kuiperberg without her. Shit. Oh, I turn off auto. This button. Now that I was freed from my longing, I could follow my own path. You would think that given all what Elise already did at that point, even if she backed out, she'd be doomed regardless, but they're saved due to a very specific reason. Care to guess why it might be? Because the final part... Because, like, all of that was to get him to invite me in. And as long as I don't take the invitation, I'm not locked in. That's my guess. I traveled far, to Primoldorf, to the mountains and beyond. Truly, Kuiperberg couldn't compare to how full of life the world was. Incorrect? Okay, what was it? Had it not been for Rosemary, the time we spent together, all the things she taught me, I would have never broken free from the person I was back in Kuiperberg. And nor would Rosemary have broken free from her fate. On the morning she left, she came into my room, and she whispered by my ear, "We'll meet again, Elise. On the 7th night of the 7th moon, I will be there, waiting for you in the heart of the woods. I will come to you when I'm ready, Elise. For now, I'll be taking your apron. I hope you won't mind. Year after year, I went back to the same clearing, hoping to meet her. She didn't show up the first year, or the second. Was it the right place? Had I waited long enough? Where are you, Rosemary? I waited and I waited. Maybe she's forgotten me. But on the third year... Oh, who am I kidding? She's not coming this year either, is she? I could have dreamt it all, yet I keep coming here. Elise.
Rose and Marine?
Aziel was a row, and despite having had every opportunity to trick her into saying it, made sure that she never actually knew his name before the very end. Because, as several Golden Girls said, saying his name is what locks you in. Ah. Rosenrain? You waited for me, Elise.
For goodness sake!
I thought you'd never come, Rosemary. I told you I'd be here, silly.
Rose and Marine.
Rosemary? Oh, I have so much to tell you, Elise. I learned so many things you wouldn't believe.
I see.
Such as?
Yes.
Oh, I can do pottery now. I learned how to fish, and I made a rocking chair all by myself, even. And I also brought you something. Is it another pine cone? Or a bracelet?
Oh,
Elise. You cut your hair, Rosemary.
yes.
Oh, it got in the way when I first started out doing odd jobs. Odd jobs? Yes, I was a chimney sweeper for a couple months.
For goodness sake.
You're truly...
Sorry,
I came here to tell you something, actually.
you know...
You're not leaving again, are you? No, silly. I came to tell you that I'm ready to stay, Elise. In all the happy endings, Elise is dressed boyishly in some way. I did notice that, like... with, like, the overalls and, like, the lack of the apron and the lack of the skirt. I came to tell you that I'm ready to stay, Elise.
Rose and Marine.
Rosemary,
I'm here for you.
you're ready to stay now too, aren't you? You knew I needed time to grow, huh?
Oh,
We both did, wouldn't you say? You're truly... What was it you wanted to tell me then?
I love you, Elise.
Why, that I love you, of course.
Hush it, you.
Rosemary. My, Elise, you're bright red. Aw. Alright, yeah, that was very sweet.
Little Goody Two-Shoes.
But yeah, unless, like, you can think of any, like, alternate endings I can hit from, like, one of my save points, I think I'll actually call it there. Yeah, overall, like I say, had much more of a good time with this game than I suspected I would. I'm glad I saw it through to the end. Next stream will be... Fate is basically canon. You're not wrong. So yeah, next stream will be tomorrow. The game will be Majora's Mask. My next Wednesday stream, instead of being Little Goody Two-Shoes, will probably be Banjo-Tooie. Oh, also, starting next week, so not tomorrow, but like starting the stream after, I'm gonna be moving my stream times back by half an hour. So like I'll be starting and finishing half an hour earlier. So just try not to be surprised when that happens. Thank you all so much for joining me. Oh, you got a suggestion? Hold on, what's up? You spoke up at the last second. What's up? I like how this hat is lined up so like one of my ears goes into it. It's like a very cute kind of like askew style. If I'm going for the lore ending off screen, consider recording it and uploading it with my reaction. When I get around to doing that, sure. What I might end up doing at some point is, like, playing Little Goody Two Shoes outside of, like, a scheduled segment. Because something I want to do in a little bit is, like, start streaming outside of, like, my little scheduled blocks that I've been doing. And doing, like, lore Little Goody Two Shoes might be something that I do there. Well, I'll figure it out. But yes, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it each and every time. I just completely drew a blank as what I was going to say next. Let's raid somebody. I got somebody in mind. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, my good friend Wescalibur is currently streaming Vampire Survivors. Let's go say hi. So yes, once more, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful night.